Did you lose money today? It's a simple question. Did you lose money? All right, I'm waiting. If you lost money today, there is clearly something wrong with your day trading strategy. We're going to talk about the move today and why you have to stop fighting the trend. If you shorted this morning and you lost money, there's a reason, right? The market will give you instant results. When you do something stupid, you're going to get slapped in the face. And that's exactly what happened today if you ended up shorting at open or pretty much any time before lunchtime getting short. We're going to talk about the problem with people trying to fight the trend and why you got to stop doing what you're doing right now, my friend. Let's get into it. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. I want to talk about the obvious, the elephant in the room. The idea that there really was no short opportunity until what happened now. We're going to take a look at the chart and talk about why this morning you should have been only focused on one thing and one thing alone, and that was going long, riding the trend, riding the market flow. So again, if you lost money this morning, you're doing something wrong, and I want you guys to see the difference between being a good trader, following the trend, following the overall momentum, and being a bad trader trying to fight the trend. I know exactly what you're going through. The emotion of thinking that this can't go higher, this can't go higher, and trying to fight the trend constantly and ending up blowing up or losing money today. There's just really zero reason to have lost money this morning. First things first, let's break down the open. What do we have going on? This morning, we had this level right here, a key level. We knew the high was at 4,000 level. And then basically, look, we had the support down here at the 85.90. I talked about it on the live stream, this idea of holding that 90 area here, right there in the middle of that channel. That was pretty obvious that we were holding there. So at this point, what do you want to do? Do you want to short here in the middle, or do you want to wait, number one, for this to push up there, find resistance, and then get short? The problem with getting short on this move to the upside here is a couple things. We've got the EMA still, kind of spaced out there, the yellow line back above the blue line, the red line, the 80 EMA, the 21, and the 51. So really no reason for me to get short here until, honestly, until we broke below the low overnight. Or at least like this low right here at the 85s. Like, there's no reason to be short until 85s. Even below the 85, you have that support down here at the 80s. Hey, just a little quick reminder, today is the last day for the 30% off of the Top Step Combine. So if you guys want to learn more about Top Step, there's a link down below to get 30% off today, and today alone. It will be ending at midnight tonight. So if you have a chance, check out the link down below to learn more about the Top Step Combine, getting into trading futures today. Come and join us. Come trade futures with us. It's the dark side. Once you switch over to trading futures, you're never going to trade anything else again. So your risk to reward shorting here at the 85, 90 area, you know that we bounced there pre-market, so the chop is real inside of this area. We talked about it during the live stream, and the idea here is looking for that breakout back above 4,000. And look at this 3-minute chart, just squeezing higher. So why? Why would you short at any moment during this pullback or push or anything? There's no reason to short. So what I'm looking for is we're squeezing up here to the 15s. I took a trade here above the 15s, looking for this move up to the 30s. We got to push all the way up there to the 40, 50s. And look at that. I mean, there was just absolutely no reason, even there. There's still no reason to get short here on the 3-minute chart until we get this move. See where that 80 EMA crossed the blue line? Right there? That's pretty obvious that, okay, now we might be thinking about getting short. We talked about it during the live stream of really no reason to get short until we test that VWAP area. So maybe, that push up there to the 56s, that was earlier when I was talking about that VWAP when we were pulling back here, kind of testing that 18 area, but we did not get all the way down there. We kind of held and we started to push up. But on the 15-minute chart, look at how obvious this is on the 15-minute chart. Obviously, it's all in hindsight right now, but we talked about this whole play during the live stream and how beautiful it was. Getting that breakout over the 4,000s, I mean, it was literally green, 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 green. There is no reason to ever short when the market looks like this. When the market's going green, 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 green for what? That's fucking 2 hours straight just going green. Why would you short? There's just no reason to short. And you can see, even if you're trying to short up here at the top, guess what? You probably got squeezed out because you probably tried to short here at the 38s. 37s, and then you got squeezed again, and then guess what? There's your short opportunity. But the short was not here. The short was not here at the 40s. The short was obviously not between 4,000 and 40. The short at this point really was waiting for that breakdown on the 15-minute chart to get below that 15, get below that 21 EMA right there. So that was kind of this area here we talked about earlier, that VWAP touch. We got that push back up. And at that point, really the short, you know, we can see we are holding that 80 EMA here on the 15-minute chart. This is all free, guys. This is information that I want you guys to use. We have the 80 EMA, the 21 EMA, and the 51 EMA. We have the MACD. Again, you know, what's the MACD doing here on the 15-minute chart? Looking bullish the whole way up. We finally get the break to the downside. The MACD is starting to curl down. We're below the VWAPs. If we look here at the pivot points, you know, we had that first pivot there at the 12, 13 area. Then we pushed up here to the 50s. So those pivot points playing out perfectly. At open, we had that support there at the 90s at the pivot. So we knew that if we keep pushing, we had that pivot in terms of upside potential. And that's exactly what we got. And we talked about this all live on YouTube this morning at 9:15 a.m. We're live every morning. So really hate to keep stating the obvious here, but again, you have to ask yourself, what was the reasoning to getting short? Why would you have gotten short pretty much at any point this morning? Until after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, there was no setup for a short. So you really got to ask yourself, where was the short? Why were you shorting? Were you just trying to fight the trend? And if that was your answer, if your only answer to why you shorted this morning was because you thought the market was overextended or you thought the market couldn't go higher, you got to stop thinking like that. You got to get rid of that idea. The market can keep going higher and higher and go straight up nonstop pretty much all day if it wants to, and it'll end up just blowing up your account. So the idea here is that, like, why did you fight for maybe 5 points? Like, you're like, I'm trying to short for a 5-point move down when the market fucking moves 60, 70 points to the upside. You know, like, there's literally no reason to try to get a little trade on a big move to the upside. If the market's moving big to the upside, then ride that momentum. Look for opportunities to be long. Don't look for opportunities to be shorting, trying to get a small move when the overall big move is happening on the market and trying to squeeze higher. Come on, like, it's that simple. It's that simple, my friends. If we break out, we start pushing up, we're pushing through the pivot points, the market's showing strength, we're pushing up on all the time frames, everything's looking bullish, then stay bullish, ride that trend. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. Come and join us. We're live every morning on the tube and talking about the overall breakdown, the setups, and all that fun stuff right here on YouTube. I'll talk to you guys later on.